Hey everybody, it's Ken coming to you live. I've got some special news for you on the LAPD George Gascon front. As you can tell from the lower third down there, there's an officer, an LAPD officer that was charged for a shooting that occurred. The issue is, and there's a couple of things that are that I'm going to talk about right now. So the officer is being charged for a shooting that happened in 2015 that former DA Jackie Lacey declined to charge the officer. And so George Gascon hired somebody to go and look at all these old cases of police shootings. And here's the result of one of them, 2015. 9 years ago, this shooting happened. And Gascon decided to revisit this this case. Let me get some of these things off of here. Decided to revisit the case and decided now he's going to charge this officer. And there's a photo of the officer at the time of the shooting. With a crime from the shooting. And so what happened was yesterday it was announced that an arrest warrant was issued for the former LAPD officer. And the former officer's name is Clifford Proctor. He was at LAPD for almost 10 years. And he apparently got in a scuffle with a homeless guy, shot him in the back a couple times. And then the case was adjudicated. Nothing happened with the DA at the time, Jackie Lacey. She did not decide to charge him with a crime. And then all these years later, so Gascon gets into office and decides he's going to convene this committee and to look into these shootings that have already been, decided. And here's the result of one of them. And so it's not shocking, I guess, that that Gascon decided to charge this officer all these years later, and he just happens to be in a losing DA battle. So who knows what happens? But here we have this. And there's an interesting thing about this. So let's just take the part where the shooting happened, and the Civilian Police Commission found that the shooting was unjustified, and former Chief Charlie Beck, he decides to come out in the news and publicly calls for Proctor to face manslaughter charges. So Officer Proctor, his own police chief, promotes that he should be filed on for manslaughter. Okay, fine. So then Jackie Lacey decides not to charge him with the crime, and the shooting is on. It's on the news. If you want to, if you wanted to go and look at it, Proctor was saying that during the scuffle, the homeless guy was reaching for his partner's gun, and then later on there was no evidence that had occurred, and so it looks like he quit LAPD in 2017. So this happened in 2015, and he quit LAPD in 2017. He was later charged with domestic violence in Orange County. He got a plea deal, and he was barred from owning for it. But anyways, after the shooting, he gets violence, gets prosecuted. Part of the plea deal, he can own a gun. So in March 2018, Jackie Lacey announces her decision not to charge Proctor with a crime, and her office at the time provided a different interpretation of the video than Beck and the police commission, arguing it did not disprove Proctor's claim that Glenn was reaching for his partner's weapon. And so the DA decides not to charge. The officer quits a couple of years later as a result of domestic violence charge in Orange County. So an independent use of force expert hired by the district attorney's office described Proctor's actions as consistent with facing a threat to his life. Proctor's interview with investigators was redacted in the file. So anyways, so here you have this. So the big deal for me, check this out, is that you've got Gascon opening up old cases, right? He's opening up old cases, and then he decides that, as a result of opening up these old cases, why would he decide to do this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at something that came out yesterday. A fundraising letter from Gascon to people to give him $100. What does the letter say? Hi, it's George Gascon, District Attorney of Los Angeles County. I want to state this plainly. No one is above the law. That includes presidents and elected officials, and also includes police officers. Now check this out. This is the part that should aggravate the hell out of everybody that sees this. I am proud to have filed 129 cases against 144 law enforcement officers. I am proud to have filed cases regarding officer-involved shootings and excessive uses of force. You guys in LA County, you cannot get rid of this guy fast enough. How can anyone who is a former police officer and police chief at more than one or more agencies and come across and just say how proud he is to have filed on police officers? Where's the pride in that? Most people, if you're in a position where you had to adjudicate cases that involve police officers, wouldn't you be going, man, I just, as a retired police officer, this just breaks my heart that I have to do this. No, he's not like that. He's proud. He's proud to have filed 129 cases against police officers. Now get this. This type of knucklehead, ridiculous thing from somebody who's the LA County DA, it's bad enough that he said this. But the thing that gets me is this is a fundraising letter. This is what he's promoting. He ran on the platform that he was going to prosecute police officers, and then he's sinking in the polls. And now, as part of his fundraisers, give me money so I can go and continue to prosecute police officers and be proud of that. That is one of the most horrific things I have ever seen. What a dirtbag move. I hope you guys get rid of him sooner than later. But here we are. It's 2 weeks to election on November 5th. And I'm hoping that there's good news that night in LA County, that he's no longer the DA. I can't believe that this guy is still the LA County DA. How horrible is that? But at any rate, let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think about this. I kind of know what your comments are going to be, but let's get the comments out there because I'm really kind of very, very curious about what you guys think about this. And, I'm embarrassed to say that Gascon is a retired LAPD officer. He's a stain on the department, the legacy of the department, and just the fact that there's no fairness in the guy. He has never ran on a platform of being fair. And another thing, if you don't know this, if you've never heard this before, George Gascon has never prosecuted a case in court. He's been the prosecutor at 2 in San Francisco and in LA County. He's never been in court to prosecute a criminal case, and yet he's proud to prosecute cops. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Appreciate it.